Hi, I'm Tyler, and welcome to another episode of my Christian Media Week reviews. Each week I take 5 releases, be it album, TVs, or singles, and after I listen to them all week, I come back here and I read them. I share what I think about them. So without further ado, let's get to this week's first release. Naomi Raine of Maverick City Music's new solo album, Covered the Earth, live in New York. Naomi Raine of Maverick City Music's new solo album, Covered the Earth, live in New York. Let's dive into it. So, pretty good album here, even if a long album, an hour and 52 minutes here. Stylistically, very different from Naomi's first solo release, Okay, which had a more of an R&B feel. While this album, Cover the Earth, sounds pretty close to what she does in Maverick City Music stylistically here. Definitely a contemporary gospel worship, kind of like what she does in Maverick City Music. And she also has a gospel choir backing her up on a lot of the songs as well here. And as for the lyrics here, love the lyrics here. So much truth here on this album. And as for the lyrics, Naomi Raine talks about how we as the church need to surrender ourselves to the Holy Spirit, reviving us to boldly go and reflect the truth of the gospel to this sinful world, that Jesus is worthy of praise for how he in his love, through his sacrificial blood on the cross, has pursued us to set us free from sin, and through his resurrection has changed us to be children of God, no matter what the cost, in faith that when it's hard, God is faithfully with us to change us and ultimately, miraculously, provide a way out. Up next, the Worship Initiative's new album, Sunday Setlist, number 3. The Worship Initiative's new album, Sunday Setlist, number 3, is a collection of worship covers of songs from artists including Elevation Worship, Brooke Ligertwood, CeCe Winans, Phil Wickham, Cody Carnes, Chris Tomlin, Maverick City Music, and Ann Wilson, sung by Shane and Shane, Davy Flowers, John Mark Cole, and Aaron Williams. Now let's dive my thoughts on the album here. So, pretty good album here. Stylistically, definitely a worship sound that incorporates alternative, contemporary, and pop rock elements here. And as for the lyrics here, pretty good lyrics here over the course of this album. The Worship Initiative talks about how in hard circumstances, we can trust that Jesus, in his sacrificial love, through his blood that freed us from sin, shame, and death, to be children of God, will be with us to keep his promise to miraculously, satisfyingly provide a way for impossible things for us. Up next, Citizen Way's new EP, 2006. Citizen Way recently re-released music from their earlier days as a band, including albums from 2004, 2007, and 2009, plus an EP from 2006, a week ago. Now, I could have reviewed all of those, but I just want to have time for all of those, or would have to cut other artists out to make room. So, I just decided to review the 2006 EP since that popped up in my release radar on Spotify. Now let's dive my thoughts on Citizen Way's 2006 EP. So, while they're known for pop rock hits, now for a pop rock sound nowadays, back in the day they had a little more of a alternative rock sound here. And they sounded pretty good back then. I mean, they sound good now too, but they sounded pretty good back then as well with this alternative rock sound here. And as for the lyrics here, pretty good lyrics here too. Citizen Way talks about how when our sinful nature was destroying us, Jesus paid the price on the cross to change us free from that, to live our brief lives in a world we don't belong in, to love others for eternity. Up next, Peabod's new single, Pink Lemonade. So before I dive into my thoughts on Peabod's new single, Pink Lemonade, let me just thank Jake for requesting this song, along with Sarah Cameron's new single featuring RG3, Give It All. But let's dive into Peabod's single here first. So pretty good song here. Stylistically, definitely a sound that incorporates a mixture of pop, R&B, and hip-hop here. Vocally, Peabod sings and sing raps here. And as for the lyrics here, pretty good lyrics here too. Peabod talks about how when stress makes him feel like he's crashing, he trusts his God to bring him out of that to get back up. Up next, our last release for today, Sarah Cameron's new single featuring RG3, Give It All. Alright, Jake, time to get to your other request. Sarah Cameron's new single featuring RG3, Give It All. Thanks, Jake, for also requesting Peabod's new single, Pink Lemonade, that I reviewed a little earlier. Now let's talk about Sarah Cameron here. So, pretty good song here. Stylistically, love the punk rock feel of this song here. And as for the lyrics here, kind of like the double meaning behind the title, Give It All here. Giving it all to Jesus, who gave it all for us. And as for the lyrics here, Sarah talks about how she will give her dreams to live for Jesus, who in his grace gave it all on the cross to redeem her free from sin. Well, that's it for this week. Come back next week for 5 more releases. If you like what I saw in this video, please subscribe. Put out videos every Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Also, if you have any thoughts on today's releases or what you've said about them, let me know in the comments below. Also, in the comments, you can let me know if there's any awesome releases that came out today that you want to see in next week's video. Also, check out the playlist section for my Music Month Dreams playlist available here on YouTube and also on Spotify. And this month's edition of the playlist includes songs from artists like Matthew West, Colton Dixon, Austin French, and others. So go and check it out if you're interested. Well, go now. See you next week. Bye!